Well, here we are, day 50, the last day. I got up very early. I had to use the little iPhone flashlight for about the first 15 minutes of hiking just to see where I was going at all. Filled up my water bottles in the St. Peter and St. Paul well in front of the church, and I'm ready to go. So there is a cloud bank in the east, and man, I'm hoping it lasts for as long as possible. The clouds keeping the, at a certain point, the road gets so hot that my socks and soles of my shoes aren't enough to keep my feet, the soles of my feet, from hurting from the heat. So I'm hoping I don't get to that point. So next stop, well, not next stop. Next stop's going to be breakfast, but final stop will be Drobeta-Turnu, Severin on the Danube River. So very exciting. As always, nice to have you along. If you've been with me for all 50 days, congratulations. You deserve some kind of a prize, but you're not going to get one from me. So got to give one to yourself. Okay, looks like another one of those bridges. Let's see how this goes. Ooh. Gosh, just not giving me a lot of faith. I mean, look at this thing. Ooh. This one's a lot better than the other one, but still, it's also not nearly as high. Ooh, that didn't sound good. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, that just does not seem like it would pass code. Well, I really thought today was going to pretty much be all pavement and dead flat, but I've got about 18 kilometers to go, and it's been a pretty nice walk. Right now I'm just out in kind of open field land and have a nice view around me. It's quite nice, but I suppose that's going to change fairly soon. But I'm enjoying it while I can. So the cloud cover didn't totally last, but there's some high, thin clouds, so that's kind of keeping the sun from feeling that hot. So actually, it feels pretty pleasant now. So yeah, hope that continues. So with less than 12 kilometers to go, you would think I was just in the middle of the countryside. The trail is doing a good job of, I think, avoiding some of the unpleasantry of the city. But I had an interesting conversation with a local woman. She asked me where I was going, and I said, I'm going to Drobeta-Turnu, Severin. And she said, no, it's the other way. You know, like I was going completely the wrong way. I said, no, I'm on the Via Transilvanica. It's going this direction. She was quite insistent that I was wrong about that. I was not going to Drobeta-Turnu, Severin. But I could see why she would think that, because right now, well, I'm going that way, and Drobeta is over my left shoulder over there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's down there. So I could certainly see how she would think I was a little bit screwed up. But you would think, given that she lives right on the Via Transilvanica, she would have a semi-regular stream of people, but apparently not. You know, it's funny, I've got something going on that I actually didn't expect. I just passed the 5 kilometers to go kilometer stone, and since about kilometer stone maybe 8 or 9, I choke up a little bit when I'm passing the kilometer stones. Not exactly sure why. I feel really, I don't know, emotionally drained for some reason. Well, I guess because I've been backpacking for 50 days. But yeah, just kind of an interesting thing. I'll have maybe just a little bit of parting thoughts when I get to the end, but I don't know, just wanted to share that with you. We'll see if I can get through some parting thoughts. I was just thinking about maybe an hour before I hit the city. I was walking by this guy's little, rural house, and he was working in the yard, but he had a fig tree, and the figs were kind of hanging out over the trail. I asked him if I could have a fig, and so he said, "Oh yeah," and and so I took one of his figs, and he comes out in a minute, maybe 20 seconds. Obviously, he'd been gathering figs, but he comes out with this big old basket of figs. And he's just trying to get me to take as many figs as I can because, I told him how much I liked the figs, and oh, it was so good. The figs were so good. But he was just going out of his way to show that kindness to me, and then, well, like you heard in the last clip, I mean, people are impatient, people are frustrated, in their cars, everybody's in a hurry to go somewhere. People don't have time to say hi. People don't have time to say thank you. And it's like, wow, that happened in 45 minutes or an hour. How is that possible? But I don't know, what's the lesson there for me? I think the lesson is that guy with the figs, he's treating me like he wants to be treated. And everybody else is treating people like they feel that the other people deserve to be treated. And so you gotta be careful here not to get run over. And so, I think that's the lesson, right? The golden rule is, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Treat other people like you want to be treated, not like, don't treat people like they deserve to be treated, or like you assess that they deserve to be treated. So that's a hard thing to do because, I'm carrying the Via Transilvanica kind of thing where, of course you say hi, like as soon as you walk into a store, as soon as, you say hi, and they say hi back, and you say thank you, and they say you're welcome, and, but when people don't do that, don't say anything back to you, or people are brusque, it's very easy to just immediately kind of revert to that way of treating people. So I was walking along, and, an old guy, I was walking on the sidewalk, and an old guy had just gone to the market, and he's walking along, and he's walking, a little bit slower than me, and I walk by him, and, I make a point of saying, good day to you, and just that one little teeny tiny thing, you could tell that really kind of changed his mood. I mean, just me saying good day to him when he didn't expect it. So, yeah, just some little teeny tiny little insight there. So before I get started with my final comments, I just wanted to point out that I am wearing, and you probably noticed, a clean Via Transilvanica t-shirt left for me by a kind person, and I just wanted to throw out a little thank you to him. Thank you, George. One more act of kindness. And just like that, it's done. I'm sitting here in a beautiful little park that's right next to the last kilometer stone. And just took my little selfie with the kilometer stone, and I wanted to just let you all know, I know that I tend to talk about thanking you all for coming along, or I hope you come along, and obviously you weren't with me in a literal sense, but I did feel your presence in my heart, and it was lovely to have you along with me. I know quite a number of you who've been with me since day one, or who joined at some point and went back and watched old videos and have been along for the whole journey. And I want you to know that I really do appreciate that. To kind of keep myself from getting emotional about this, I just wanted to run through just a few little statistics for those people who are into statistics. So it's about 1,400 kilometer trail, and it took me 50 days to do it. So I averaged 28 kilometers a day, which is just about 17 and a half miles a day. I did not take any rest days, so I did not have to factor those in at all. The total number of people I saw doing the trail, 13. I did see a Romanian couple yesterday who were doing a section hike, and I saw a guy today as I was coming into Drobeta-Turnu, Severin. He had a very small backpack and a very large guitar. I don't know if he was section hiking or what, but we'll count him. So 13. Number of bears I saw, 4. So about 1/3 the number of people. My longest day was 42 kilometers. I just kind of kept walking till I found a good campsite. It took me that long to find one. My shortest day was 10 kilometers, and that was when Kathleen and I left the trail early so we could go to Sighișoara so she could catch the train. So that was almost like a rest day, just 10 kilometers. The number of nights I was in the tent, 44. The number of nights I was not, 5. So that totals 49. So a 50-day trip, 49 nights. The number of times I fell, 5. 3 of those times were just in, I think yesterday and the day before. Yeah, it was some hard section of trail there. The number of items I lost, 1, that small flashlight that I lost. Number of items I wish I had brought, 1 also tick tweezers, because I did get a few ticks and I removed them with fingernail clippers, which is not a very good idea. So I wish I had had tick tweezers. Not an easy thing to find in country. The number of amazing, kind, beautiful people that I met, hundreds. I mean, in the hundreds. When I was a kid, they would, the news would talk sometimes about, somebody having committed a random act of violence and senseless cruelty. And somebody turned that into a bumper sticker, which were kind of the memes of the day. Practice random acts of kindness and senseless beauty. So just a little wordplay there. And I think that kind of sums up what I found in Romania. So many individual acts of kindness by so many people, some things very small and some things not, some things rather large. And the beauty certainly in the people, the beauty in the landscape, the beauty in the towns, the beauty in the churches. So yeah, random acts of kindness and senseless beauty, I guess would be one way to put that. So I just want to leave you with kind of the words that I finish a lot of videos up with. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other, and may God bless all of you. Thank you for being with me on this journey.